Hello, everybody. We have another news article here today. This is our second go around today. Hunter Biz partner confirms emails details Joe Biden's push to make millions from China. Good win. All right, so I have two things here to show you. You have the New York Post's reporting of it and the actual statement from Boblinski. All right, my name is Tony Boblinski. The facts set forth before, sorry, the facts set forth below are true and accurate. They are not any form of domestic foreign disinformation. Any suggestion to the country is false and offensive. I am the recipient of the emails published 7 days ago by the New York Post, which showed to a copy to Hunter Biden and Rob Walker. That email is genuine. This afternoon, I received a request from Senate Committee on Homeland Security and Government Affairs and the Senate Committee on Finance requesting all documents related to my business affairs with the Biden family as well as various foreign entities and individuals. I have extensive relevant records and communications, and I intend to produce them to both committees in the immediate future. I am the grandson of a 37-year Army intelligence officer, son of a 20-plus year career naval officer, and a brother of a 28-year career naval flight officer. I myself served our country for 4 years and left the Navy as Lieutenant Bobolowinski.
We're having these kids for supper.
I held a high-level security clearance and was an instructor and CTO for Naval Nuclear Power Training Command. I take great pride in the time my family and I have served our country. I am also not a political person. What few campaign contributions I have made in my life were to Democrats. If the ah, if the media and big tech companies had done their jobs over the past several weeks, I would be irrelevant in this story, given my long-standing service and devotion to this great country. I could no longer allow my family's name to be associated or tied to Russian disinformation or implied lies or false narratives dominating the media right now. After leaving the military, I became an instructional investor, investing extensively around the world. Why does it keep doing that? And on every committee. I have traveled to over 50 countries. I believe, hands down, we're living in the greatest country in the world. What I am outlining is fact. I know it's fact because I lived it. I am the CEO of Sonoa Hawk Holdings, which was a partnership between the Chinese operating through CEFC Chairman Ying and the Biden family. I was brought into the company to be a CEO by James Gillar, whatever his name is, and Hunter Biden. The reference to the big guy in much publicized May 13, 2017 email is in fact a reference to Joe Biden. The other JB reference in the email is Jim Biden, Joe's brother. Hunter Biden called his dad the big guy, or my chairman. The frequently referenced asking him to sign off or advise on various potential deals that we were discussing. I have seen Vice President Biden saying he never talked to Hunter Biden about his business.
Getting
I've
Grom's
seen
old.
firsthand that this is not true
Grom the
because
Slayer.
it wasn't. Okay. Oh, it wasn't just Hunter's business. They said they were putting the
Told you
Biden
we'd
family
win,
name
boys.
and its legacy on the line. I realized the Chinese were not really focused on healthy financial return on investment. They were looking for a political or influence investment. Once I realized that Hunter wanted to use the company as his personal piggy bank by just taking money out of it as soon as it came from the Chinese, I took steps to prevent that
The
from happening.
Goblin King never
The
loses.
Johnson report connecting some of these dots in a way that shocked me. It made me realize that the Bidens had gone behind my
Down
back and
widest.
gotten paid millions of dollars by the Chinese, even though they told me they hadn't and wouldn't do that to their partners. I would
Fingers
ask
in
the
the
Biden
world.
family to
Just
address
like
the
it.
American people and outline the facts so I can go back to being irrelevant. And so I am not put in the position to have to answer those questions for them. I don't have a political axe to grind. I just saw behind the Biden curtain, and I grew concerned with what I saw. The Biden family aggressively leveraged the Biden family name to make millions of dollars from foreign entities, even though some were from communist controlled China. God bless America. Alright, so I wanted to make sure that I put his exact words into context here. That was from him. That was his statement posed. Now, uh, alright, one of Biden's ways of contrasting himself with President Trump has been to declare the election
From
as
the poles.
a battle of
That
Park
gets
Avenue values
taken off.
versus Scranton,
The
Pennsylvania
Goblin King
values.
never
Now we
loses.
learn that Biden
Go
has
for
secretly been
Grom.
playing footsies with China.
Under Grom's
So
wheels.
the basic gist of this is this is the actual confirmation, folks, or at least probably as close as we're gonna get until an actual FBI investigation or law enforcement investigation is completed. Seems to me, folks, in my opinion, that it's time to call it, folks. We need to, and this actually hurts me but this is what actually needs to happen. We need to stop the election, not as in get rid of it forever, but Biden and Harris, they need to go away, and you need to find two more candidates for the Democrats, or you know, independent. I don't really care, but the fact that Joe Biden is even running, he needs to step down. If nothing
Rapid
else,
for
he needs
Grom.
to try to give it to Harris, and Harris is just not going to win. She is crazy
Meet
and is
Lutes and Glory.
unfeeling as Hillary was. She's not the person. She's not your presidential person. She doesn't have the charisma that Joe does. Even in his late 70s, the man still has a certain draw to him. It's just how he is, and that's in general how that's the only way to become a politician. But so finally, we have some more of the confirmation. Um, Rudy Giuliani still says he's got more to release. This isn't even the stuff he was going to release. Uh, confirms that
Told
he
you
was one
we'd
of the
win,
recipients. This is
boys.
talking about him
The Goblin King.
in the 27 published by the Post 8 days ago. That email from another. Okay, yeah, they're just telling. Yes, in fact, we had already done our homework. We already talked to
Immortal Grom.
Bob Lewinsky, and guess what?
Wah!
We already knew you were gonna say it's all fake, and we were gonna catch you in a lie. And that's exactly what they did. And yeah, this is the stuff stemming from the Air Force Two, where Hunter Biden landed a 1.5 billion commitment from the government-controlled Chinese bank. Then there was the Hunter 30 or 83,000 a month gig in Ukraine. So basically, China is funding Biden. I mean, this is from that dude's statement, anyways. And what I can infer from this is this was done in 2017. Joe Biden, the Chinese part. This is just the Chinese, not the Ukraine. The Chinese part is that Joe Biden said, "Hey, I'm gonna run for president." Now I know he said, "Oh, when I saw that, that shooting, I knew I just had to run again. I couldn't let the Trump-ophagus do all these terrible things." No, what we found out is you did a business deal with China. That's why you ran again. You ran because you knew because you wanted to make money, and the only way to basically keep the money flowing to your pockets is to actually get into political power where you can influence things for China. So, or in favor of China. Well, what this is, so the basic gist of it is Trump hates China. Trump has put a tax on China's goods coming to the United States. China doesn't like that. China has been freaking out since that happened. Tariffs, I believe, are what they call them. And because of that, we see China going to extensive lengths to try to get back into the U.S. store. Because if there's one thing the United States does above all else is spend their money. We love to spend our money. We make it and we spend it as fast as we possibly can. You know, as far as like our those of us like myself in the lower middle class and middle class folks, we just love spending our money. We live paycheck to paycheck, not because we have to, but because you know what? Damn it, that TV is just too damn nice, and that's how we are. That is the American way of thinking in general. Don't save up, buy it now. Put it on credit, pay for it over time. All right, that's America, or that's the lower or the middle. Like I said, the middle class kind of mentality of America. Well, China's losing out big time on that. Now, they said their economy grew 4.9%, but that's because they took over an entire government. Or an entire, like, basically an entire another country who had deals too. And they now have incorporated that into their own things. So, but, yeah, guys, we cannot have this. If Biden gets in, he's going to sell us right back to China. And it's going to go back to the way it's going to go back to the way things were before, where if anything should happen to the United States, there's no manufacturing here. The main manufacturing product coming out of here is guns. That's about it. That in the I'm trying to think of a polite word to use. Sorry. The eccentric folks over in California making movies. There. That was very nice of me, wasn't it? Anyway, folks, go out, vote, keep him out of there. We have done great economically. My dollar, like, I'm on a fixed income regardless. So, I mean, I can make money other ways. I can go out and do things like that. And I've talked about it and still haven't had a chance because life's interesting most of the time. But, make bags, things like that. Do things for myself. But as far as keeping a job down and things like that, it's hard for me with epilepsy and all this fun stuff. So, but yeah, so I'm on a fixed income, but I've seen a significant difference in how far my dollar goes every month, and that's important to me and my family. So keep the fuddy-duddy old man and his kid out of the office, would you? I know I'm gonna do my part. We all have to do our part, though. So thank you guys so much. We'll see you next time. And remember to like, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys all in a few hours for my final one for today. Thank you all so much, and always have fun.